I'm the sky pilot Dan Matthews. When the richest people in society stop hiding their wealth and start flaunting it, what's the result? Is it collapse or correction? That question feels timely right now because Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez's co-chairing the Met Gala this year mirrored something that historians have seen before. Social historians talk about, inflection points, moments when extreme wealth isn't just accumulated, it's performed publicly, lavishly, without apology. And the most famous example of this in American history is the Gilded Age. Within that era, there's one event that stands out like no other. The Bradley Martin Ball of 1897, held at the Waldorf Hotel in New York City. Today's dollars, it cost the host and hostess roughly $12 million to put on. That's $15,000 spent per guest. But here's what mattered most. It was invitation only, which means it wasn't just a celebration of wealth. It was a statement about who belonged and who didn't. The theme was European royalty, and even the hostess wore a necklace once worn by Marie Antoinette. It was an explicit display of excess by the elite, happening while ordinary Americans were living through an economic depression. And the tone-deaf nature of this ball, juxtaposed against what was going on in the world, in America at the time, was not lost on those who were struggling. The public reaction was fierce, and it helped fuel the political will for reforms that began reining in that excessive concentration of wealth that had accumulated during that era. Now look at today. Lauren Sanchez's dress that night was a deliberate reference to one of the Met's most famous paintings, Madame X by John Singer Sargent. And art historians describe that painting as embodying the Gilded Age penchant for portraying status and wealth. Sanchez didn't just chair an event that mirrored the Gilded Age excess with shocking precision. She chose a dress that art historians describe as embodying that era, a painting famous for public scandal that it provoked. The Met Gala in general, and especially under her and Bezos' chairmanship, carries a striking resemblance to that 1897 ball. It's invitation only, it's lavish, carefully curated display of excess, a statement about who gets access to the world and who doesn't. Happening at a moment when many Americans are again economically struggling. And it's not happening in isolation. Donald Trump's return to the White House has come with its own aesthetic statement. The Oval Office redecorated, in case you hadn't noticed, in gilded opulent excess. Many social historians would argue that this represents a deliberate attempt to restore the cultural appetite for the excess of the Gilded Age. Here's what those same historians will tell you. Societies that reach this kind of inflection point don't drift towards correction. They choose a correction if one comes. Americans responding to the Gilded Age excess chose political and economic correction through organization, through voting, through demanding that the rules change. That choice is available to us right now. The question isn't which way does history go? The question is whether we have the will to make the choice that they did.